Okay, YouTubers. Let's talk about the bullies. For those who want to get started in the bully game, first thing I would do is do your homework. You're not going to get rich messing with bullies unless you do your homework. It's all about what you put into this game. And you want to get some good dogs. You don't want to be cheap. It takes money to make money. A lot of people get in the game and get these three, four, $500 dogs and think they're gonna make 10, 20, 30,000. It don't work like that. Even if you get a top notch dog, it still don't work like that. Because you gotta advertise your dog. You gotta get your dog out there. You gotta be known. You gotta be a good person too, because people want to deal with people that's good. You know, you get you some good blood behind you, do you some good breedings, and see how your dogs turn out. You don't want to put out nothing that's unhealthy, can't walk or run, or got breathing problems. You want to breed all healthy dogs. Just like with the exotics, people bash them a lot, but the exotics are getting better. They're doing a lot with them. People are cleaning them up. There's still some dogs out there that don't look as good, but they're working on it. So, and then you got your XLs, then you got your standards. Plus, it helps if you go to dog shows. You know, you meet a lot of people, you're networking. That'll help you when you first get into the bully game. You know, you talk to people, get their perspective on what they did and what they did wrong and what not to do. You know, and the more you know, the better off you're gonna be. Nobody knows everything about the dog game. I mean, I was breeding pit bulls back when the game dogs were popular, and I stopped breeding them. So, but that don't mean I know everything about dogs. I'm just saying I've been breeding dogs for a while. And with that being said, if you're gonna get into this game, the first thing I would do is get a good female. If you can get more than one, get you a couple females. Because the more females you got, the better off your program is gonna be. And you're not just breeding the shit out of one dog. And you can get a male, depends on your budget, but I would work on the females, and then I would save my money up and get me some good stud credits on some good dogs that's actually producing. Check and see what they're putting on the ground. Don't go after these dogs because they're Bape son or Lucky Lotto son. No, make sure that these dogs are producing something before you go seek to get puppies off of them. Because just because that dog has got that supposedly blood in it, that don't mean that dog is actually producing like that bloodline says it should be. Or you want that dog to outproduce itself every time. You want his productions to get better and better and better. You know, you don't want his productions to decline. You know, and then you want to make sure he's most of the time they're breeding to good stock, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. Because somebody who's spending all that money on dogs ain't just gonna pass their dog around to just any old female. So the females are gonna have to be something good. You know what I mean? Because, but then again, you got people that's breeding for the money, so they'll just take it. But me myself, if I got a good top notch stud, I'm not just gonna pass his semen out to any old female. You know what I mean? You'd be better off trying to buy a pup off of him. But if your bag is always right, you can accomplish anything in the bully game. Anything. You know, and then you want to make sure you got like all your kennels, you got to make sure you're a good vet, because you want a good vet, and you want one that does cesarean, because yes, you do have to do cesareans with these dogs, even pockets. I'll tell you a little story. When I first got into the game, I had a female, and I bred her a couple times, and yeah, she had them naturally. Well, I was at work. I came home to a female that should have been having a cesarean booked for her, and she ended up passing because the puppy got stuck, and she had complications, and she died, and all the puppies died. So yeah, I learned a valuable lesson. Anytime I breed my dog now, first thing I do is get the dates all set up and when they're gonna be born, and then I get ready to book her for a C-section to make sure my vet is on board with her coming out and getting that done, because I don't want to come home again and lose another animal. So you always want to be prepared for C-sections. And like I said, just because your dog had natural birth one time, that don't mean every time it's gonna happen. So if you smart, you just start doing C-sections and not have to go through all that. Okay, what else do I want to touch on? Oh yeah, and then when you're breeding dogs, I know a lot of people who are old dog people. Like when I first got into it, I never, seen AIs. I'm just used to seeing dogs naturally tie up. And even back then, you want to make sure that the dog that your male is tying up in, you want to make sure she don't carry no venereal diseases, because dogs got diseases too that can make your male go sterile. So you want to make sure that, back in the dog game. But now people are doing AIs so they can protect their male from that altogether. So you got to get ready for that too. You know, doing the AIs and all that. And there's a lot into that. You can do AI, with the dog, or you can get surgical AI. Me, I've never done the surgical. I've always just done the regular AIs and been pretty successful rate with it. And what else do I want to explain to you? Okay, let me see here. But with that being said, too, these dogs are the best dogs you can get as far as money and loyalness and companionship. When you're starting off, you get, like I said, you get your couple good females and you start breeding. You can get a good, successful program. But, again, don't think you're going to get rich unless you're putting yourself out there constantly advertising, talking about these dogs, getting yourself out there, being known, being in these dog groups. If you got Facebook, being in all these dog groups, I've seen people get popular overnight. I know a guy that was started in the dog game back when I started, and this dude is emceeing shows. I'm not gonna yell his name out or nothing like that because I don't got his permission. But it dude blew up, and I was right there when he was screaming his dog, kind of like I was. But you know, I guess he put a little more effort into it than I did. So, all right, that's enough for this video, and hopefully I'll come back and give you some more content on bullies or horses, or you never know. But if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. I appreciate it. Have a good day.